Hello there, Site 42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation community. And welcome to another Dr. Sherman's Office Hours, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director here at Site 42, as well as Head Containment Specialist of Site 42 of the SCP Foundation. And as I have done for nearly the last 8 months and counting, the daily streak remains strong. I'm here to office my open door. Open my office door to you, the SCP Foundation staff, to answer your burning queries about this dark and mysterious place of employment we call the SCP Foundation. So whether you have questions about the anomalies we contain, or the staff that contain them, or the group of interests that try to stop us from containing anomalies, or hypothetical procedures about anomalies that fall outside of the SCP Foundation's purview, perhaps from a different multiverse or pataphysical narrative level, i.e. fandom, I am here for the next 2 to 3 hours to answer your burning questions. But before I do, let me start with a little housekeeping. Rar caution. Congratulations on being the #1 most punctual member of the Containment Hazard Assessment Team. Congratulations on being first chatter. Furthermore, Senior Researcher Alex, Mind Chaplain, Puppet Boy, XL Official Games, Gamer77, SCP-000, Alex, Senior Researcher Alex, right? Yep. Kitten Kinsey, 369 Destroyer, Silent Follower, Aoki, the Bee Librarian, Amber, Dr. Frogman, America, everyone whom I have just named here at the start, thank you for being here punctually, and thank you for being members of Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Furthermore, Marvin, Zita, Claudia, Bexil, and Heroic Frames. Well, thank you for being punctual, and thank you for being here just for being you today. So, today's stream title, well, yes, Rave Haven, the facilities managers are busy cleaning up a containment breach in the East Wing, which, yes, while I am frigid, it would be nice if anomalies would stop breaching. That way facilities could fix my freaking heater. Furthermore, Dacia, good to see you in the chat. And America has been taken over by Markiplier. There have been no objections. Well, there have been some objections. So for today's stream title, I don't know if you've realized it, but I've put it in the thumbnail. The rates of markiplicity have become quite out of control. Now, thankfully, we have managed to contain the Markiplier horde within the borders of the United States of America. But it is seemingly holding for now. It is it's quickly turning from a Keter to an Apollyon scenario as soon as that border's broken. If we can't keep the Markipliers within the United States, I do not have good projections for this planet. So, yes, staff, we are doing our best to contain the anomalies. And we are being effective right now. You don't have to worry. We're doing our jobs. It's just a little difficult. It's always difficult with teleporting anomalies and self-replicating anomalies. Self-replicating anomalies, there's always so many of them. You just gotta, they're running around. They're going crazy. They're in Hawaii and Guam. Yes, I know that, Mr. Henry, but those happen to be within United States boundaries, so to speak, logistically speaking, so we haven't failed yet. I am wearing a certain piece of merchandise that is helping me to get into tune in the thoughts of the entity. That way, I can get in the head of our anomaly. That way we can more effectively contain it. And yes, my breakfast smoothie being a cold beverage on top of all this cold is not pleasant, but it is what it is. Okay. What's going on? I just got here through shorts. First thing I see is Mark. Intern Micah. In case you are waking up from an amnestic coma, welcome to Site 42 of the SCP Foundation. I am Dr. Sherman, your site director, and you are supposed to be helping me to contain the Markiplier horde. But while research keeps working on that, I am also here to answer any questions you have about the anomalies we contain in general. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is containing Markiplier, so one step at a time. I see a couple donations here. Let me get those so I don't forget about them, and then we'll get to the standard Q&A. Gamer77, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a hot pot of coffee on your way past the commissary. Can when day breaks get you at night? Yes. Moonlight is light reflected from the sun. Light that will turn you into a flesh monster. Yes. Even outside after dark, you are still in sunlight. So, yeah. Scarlet, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Get yourself a nice, warm plate of pancakes on your way past the commissary. Learning how to make pasta from scratch, but this is more fun. My birthday is in 2 days, 13th of December. Also, would the upside down or 11 be anomalies? Yes, enjoy your pasta making. I'm glad you could join us. Happy almost birthday. And yes, the upside down would... and 11, as well as any of those tests, would be anomalies, for sure. Mr. Present, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a nice hot omelet on your way past the commissary. USA has fallen. What did SCP-682 this time, and when's the containment of Trump? Listen, SCP... 5004-B. I want it locked back up as much as you do. But until 5004 is fully contained, we're just stuck here with it. Furthermore, it wasn't 682, it was the Markiplier horde, which is regenerating at a rate that it might as well be 682 at this point. Kitten Kinsey, thank you for your 3-month member message. As a level 1 researcher here at Site 42, we appreciate your membership and service. Grab yourself some toast on your way past the commissary. I like your hoodie. Where can I get one? Well, this is not sponsored, but this is a Cloak brand hoodie, and they do things in waves, so I would assume you'd either have to get it secondhand or maybe in a pop-up sale of old merch that they have left over. So it is Cloak brand. You would have to follow that to find out. Scarlet, thank you for donating again. Also, I'm currently watching Stranger Things. Fun. All right, well, this is not a watch-along where I am reacting to what you're watching at the same time if you're watching two things, but let me try. Whoa! That was so cool, those psychic powers. Those government guys, they probably aren't up to any good. Plus, they're not as competent as the Foundation. We all know that. Cool Man Fight, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a French toast on your way past the commissary. Hello, Dr. Sherman. We found another problem with heating. Oh, no. Please, no. Ah, my hands are cold. I rub my face, my hands are cold. Ugh. The hot water pipes leading to Site 42 are having leakage as well. That's why you're extra cold. Great. Well, wait, that doesn't make sense. I had a... Sorry about the earthquake. Let me reposition you guys. I had a hot shower earlier. How did that work if the water's cold? I'm confused now. Kyla! Thank you for your first donation to today's stream, and long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Doctor... Oh, and grab yourself a grab yourself a waffle on your way past the commissary. Hey, Dr. Sherman, I'm an alicorn now. Oh, yes, you have digivolved, as they say. Well, that is still anomalous, so you should, in fact, still stay out of public eye and stay at the Foundation site. But congratulations on your ability to fly now. Cool man fight. Thank you for donating again to clarify that the hot water leak was just found after my shower. It was a shower this morning, although a nice bath can be quite relaxing, but not today. Today's a work day. Hey, Dr. Sherman, you got a favorite SCP from every series? Well, I could certainly pick one on a whim. I wouldn't say I have favorite solid as I do my favorite SCPs, but I could certainly pick one from each set that I'm familiar with and enjoy. Go to the wiki for the SCPs. Okay, 0 through 999. My favorite is probably... Man, it's hard from Series 1 because... And it's not the ones you think, like 173096. Nah, those are too cliche. I'm gonna go with the Child Breaker. SCP-956. There's just something so visceral about the Child Breaker. So, a piñata that freezes children and breaks them. And candy comes out. That's fucked up to a level that I appreciate it. 956 is my favorite Series 1. Series 2. I bet... What's his name? Is that article gone? No, the article's still here somewhere. Okay. Of the thousands? So this is hard because there's so many good SCPs in every set. So picking just one. You know what? In the interest of time, I'm going with 1171. Humans Go Home. It is a racist alien that lives in another dimension on the other side of a window and can only communicate through drawing on glass. It's pretty funny. Humans Go Home, 1171. Moving on to the 2000s. Series 3. Come on, where are you? The only one that would replace that, I gotta make sure where it is. Okay. For some reason, this one was supposed to be in Series 2, but it wasn't there. I'm going back and changing my answer. Humans Go Home is funny with a racist alien. But 1781, the Moonlight Theater, it's a movie theater that inserts Hugo Weaving as an actor in any film you play on the drive-in theater screen to hilarious results. 1781 doesn't get enough love. So 1781 is my favorite Series 2 of today. Next up, Series 3. Moon Wizard, 2686. Moon Wizard, living on the moon. Powers lost too soon, you buffoon. Series 4, the 3000s. 3086. I don't know why, just some reason. George the Chinchilla. Series 5, the 4000s. Oh, wait, I can't pick my own. That's narcissism. I'm against that. All right, back to Series 3. There was a Power of Love, 3080. Power of Love. Oh, but that's going up against the Nerfing Gun, and I really like the Nerfing Gun. And Cornucopias. The 3000s is a baller series. 3000s is a baller series. Oh, man. Power of Love is great because it turns a couple at the Foundation into soap opera characters. Although it does end sadly. Oh, so many good SCPs in the 3000s. I'm going with Nerfing Gun. I'm going with Nerfing Gun. No, you're right, Clef, you're right. 3999 is at the end of this series. Hands down, it's 3999. Obviously, it's 3999. You saved my ass, Desk. You saved my ass. And don't worry, guys. I'll get to the donos as soon as I finish with this very long but interesting question. Okay, 4000s. Favorite 4000s. There are so many 4000s. But which one is the favorite 4000? I don't have a favorite in the 4000s, therefore it could be any of them. Oh, no, 4521. Obviously 4521. It is the genesis of so much content and memeticism around Site 42 as a channel. If I don't give my thanks to 4521, I'm not doing right as a YouTuber. Shout out to Western for writing such a strange piece with so much memetic staying power. Dr. Frogman. Murphy Law as a character is great, but 3999 I just think is a stronger overall piece. All right, so after that we go to the 5000s. And if I have to pick between my favorites in the 5000s, 5031, 5320, and 5175. My favorite of those three, I think 5031, Yet Another Murder Monster. It's just too touching. It's just too strong compared to how good 5320 and Death Knife are. But they're like low tier, funny, office comedy level. And 5031 is epic. That brings us to Series 7 with the 6000s. Now, I don't have any favorites in the 6s, 7s, 8s, or 9s, so I'm just going to have to make some calls here. 6442. 6442 is my favorite 6000 article because it is so overpowered and interesting in the lore of a future Foundation that could build such a thing and kill all the gods. Intern Stephanie, pay attention. I already did the thousands. It was 1781. I guess I don't mean pay attention. Maybe you just joined stream. So go back to where I said earlier sets, because we've done that. Moving on to the 7000s. Maybe Misfortune Gorge? SCP-7007? That is a pretty freaking good game show of death, featuring kidnapped Foundation staff members. 7007 is a pretty damn interesting story. Otherwise, I would pick 79999 with the Argentine tangoing mantis alien. Do I have a favorite in the 8000s? Do I have a favorite in the 8000s at all? Oh, 8980. 8980, obviously. Dr. Frogman and Puppet Boy, you are correct. 8980. And then for the 9000s, you know I'm repping Pizza Freak. You know I'm repping Pizza Freak. Love me some Pizza Freak. SCP-9595. The Pizza Freak. All right, we did it. That list will change the next time we talk about it. But for now, that is where we are. I'm just confirming. Yes, Pizza Freak is 9595. Okay. Hopping back to the chat. Refreshing. I saw a Ko-Fi notification. Let me get that so I don't forget it exists. Chester Factory. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Thank you for making the effort to donate through the Ko-Fi, which has 3% fees, as opposed to YouTube's 30% fees. So we get a lot more of your donation when you make that effort, so we appreciate you. Just go and grab yourself a nice bowl of oatmeal on your way past the commissary. Just got the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Very good game. Love me some Stanley Parable. Make sure you do. You're already in the new content, so I hope you did all the old content before the new content. It always annoys me when people don't finish the old content before the new content, and I'm watching them do a Let's Play, because the Stanley Parable is so funny, and people reacting to it is great. It's great for Let's Plays. Dealing with the skip button. So easily, what we would do is we would put it in a box and not let anyone press it. If we don't let anyone press it, we don't have a problem. So put it in a box. Infinite Dragon, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a big plate of bacon on your way past the commissary. I hate when the Global Coalition go to my cave and try to fight me like, have they not learnt that once I cut off electricity in 5 states in the USA by my power? You can't cut off power right now. We need them to put up the electric fences to keep them activated so that the Markiplier horde doesn't breach the border. So no, you flee instead of fight today. We got things to do. Kyla, thank you for donating again. I got magic and wings, so flying. Remember, don't be seen. Don't breach secrecy. Intern Ka, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some tea at the commissary, and you did not send a message, so simply thank you for your donation. Orange Cloud, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a plate of corned beef hash on your way past the commissary. Boss, hot water heaters collect water, hold it, and then use it when someone turns on their faucets. You could have timed your shower perfectly to the extra hot water left in the tank, also high. Well, that is true, but I hope it's not. I hope there's hot water later. Also, hello. Charlie 10 Pro, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a nice ham, egg, and cheese sandwich on your way past the commissary. Has SCP-662 ever said no to a demand? Well, SCP-662 is a bell, so it has not said no or yes to any demand. It is, in fact, a bell. But if you're talking about SCP-662-1, codename Mr. Deeds, then the answer is yes. It has said no to several requests due to its inability to perform them. It's not an infinitely powerful genie. It can do within reason things, but it has limitations, so it says no to plenty of requests. The Markipliers have probably got a hold of guns by now. Intern Void, the Markiplier horde does not seem that complex in thought. It is more a rampaging zombie horde of crazily yelling, vaguely attractive men. Ah! That kind of thing. It's kind of terrifying. Kyla, thank you for donating again. I've been working during the streams, by the way. Well, I hope your work is going well. We've still been doing daily streams. Why are there people banging on my door demanding me to become one with this Markiplier horde or whatever? I need answers in a new door. Keep the door closed. Do not join the horde. Vaguely attractive men. I'm glad we all collectively agree Mark is attractive for real, for real. Listen, I may be asexual, but I can tell objectively when something is good looking or not. I'm not blind. The Markiplier bit me. What do I do? You should intake some sort of poison to end your life peacefully before you painfully transform into a Markiplier. Silent Follower, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself some hot cocoa on your way past the commissary. And you said, like you, question mark, but I am actually in such a frigid and delusional state at this point that I don't remember what that's referring to. I don't remember what I just said that could be in response to. So I need you to give me context. Otherwise, I cannot tell if the answer is like me or not. Oh no. If it graduates to an Apollyon situation, then Desk has proposed it's an SCP-001 proposal when Markiplier breaks. Oh. Several people are saying that Silent Follower meant to call me attractive vaguely. Silent Follower is also concerned calling me vaguely attractive. Well, yes, I assume that Markiplier's vaguely attractiveness is different than mine due to the style and general bone structure. But yes, I too have evil and sexy plans, so I am known to be vaguely attractive as well. Kyla, thank you for donating again. I still have the Sherman lax in Pokemon Go. Snorlax is the best. The Milwaukee Pliers have taken over Wisconsin. Yes, I know. I know Wisconsin is lost, okay? We're doing our best here. They're everywhere. Did you see the map? Did you see the map? The map is basically overrun. This is the worst game of Pandemic I have ever played. We are usually better at this than we are today. Frickin'. They're turning the United States Mark. This is too many Markipliers. Ay, ay, ay. I live in the US and haven't seen any Markipliers. I am sick, though, and haven't been outside because of it. Well, yes, you would have to be outside to notice the chaos. Stay inside and protect yourself. We're working on it. People in other countries like Europe, like in Turkey, don't worry. We are containing the situation within the United States borders. Right now, the borders are holding. You're fine. Okay? You're fine. We will keep them contained. Why don't you have any space heaters in your office that'll help the cold? Because they're being used on several of the anomalies that require to be kept to a certain temperature lest they end the world, which, I mean, we're already on the verge of that now, but we could be less on the verge of that. I see a Ko-Fi notification. Let me get that before I forget it exists. The Bee Librarian, thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Is this your first donation to today's stream? Did you donate earlier? Either way, thank you. Yes, get yourself a delightful Denver omelet on your way past the commissary. Thank you for donating through the Ko-Fi, which has less fees. We appreciate that greatly. Sending more warm tea for my brewed pot. No, you can always find some in my office when I'm not out fixing someone's screen they unplugged by accident. Thank you for being a good site director. Well, I appreciate that. I will warm my hands and innards with some hot tea after stream. Dr. Sherman, during Earnest Honest, Mark and Ethan did a video about an Amy robot being an SCP with item number, SCP, and description. The video itself is the interview log. We are coming up with the number they use. Oh, I remember the SCP Amy entity. Yes, it's been a while, I forget. I thought that did have a number. But yes, that was eventually contained with casualties. I am the OG. I know SCP since 2007. All right, well, good on you for being an old head. Notorious Gaming. Thank you for donating again. First donation of today's stream. First donation of today's stream. Thank you for that, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a croissant on your way past the commissary. Evening, Doc. So I shouldn't be worried if I saw a Markiplier in the UK? The hell you mean? Tell me what you mean. What do you mean there's a Markiplier in the UK? What do you mean? No, there's not. We have them contained. That can't be. No, no, no. We can't be losing this badly already. Okay. All right. The UK branch will get back to me. Dr. Myrona, thank you for your 5 months as a Mobile Task Force Captain here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Grab yourself a muffin on your way past the commissary. Hey, Dr. Sherman, did you see Markiplier is even in Guam? Yes, we know that Markiplier is in Guam and Hawaii. We are trying. It's still within United States borders, technically, which means we technically haven't lost yet. Dr. Sherman, what's your opinion on furries? Are they anomalous or can they roam free? They are just people in costumes. They are not anomalous. So, yes, furries are fine. Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to my apocalypse. Too real. Ethan, intern Ethan, that's too real. We are a hive mind. We are the 38 million followers of the great king of squirrels. But could the hive mind maybe stop taking over the world? Have you considered that? Would be nice. Just a Factory, thank you for donating again through the Ko-Fi. This may be my fault because I've been playing Plague Inc. recently and named a necrovirus named Markiplier. Okay, but did you happen to play this game of Plague Inc. on SCP-3636, the world's greatest jukebox that makes everything played on it come to life? I know that they can play Doom on that thing, which caused all sorts of problems, I'll point out. So, this will be going on your permanent record if that's the case. One of them is choking me. Well, I hope you gave consent then. Just Alice, good to see you in the chat. How's episode 3 of Anomaly going? I've seen some good updates on the Patreon. I tell you what, I sure hope you get it released before the fucking world ends. The Markiplier apocalypse. I mean, small benefit, at least it will be easier to cast my upcoming SCP Containment Breach with Markiplier Internet Choose Your Own Adventure series. I mean, if we're just lousy with Markipliers, then it should not be difficult to cast one. Intern Foley, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Episode 3 is going so well. Currently 50% done, I think I saw you say, with your cameo / cold open. Yes, I am cameoing in the Anomaly show with Just Alice. If you didn't know that an SCP animated series called Just Alice on the Just Alice channel, Anomaly is the name of the show. It's an SCP show. Just Alice is the creator and YouTube channel. Then yes, I have a voice cameo. We're gonna be in there. And then I just gotta animate another 10 minutes solo. Yup, and that is why we need more eyes on it and more engagement and more donations to the Patreon, so that funding happens, so this person can work and dedicate their time to it, and maybe hire a team if it gets big enough. My site is running out of power because the generator is down. You should really fix that. If anything, only because it's freaking cold out. RAR caution, we know Markiplier is in Guam. That technically counts as the United States, so it's still within the boundaries. It's fine. Just a Factory, thank you for donating again to say I may have. Anyways, I started in Greenland. Well, I hear Greenland is pretty important in the meta of winning that game, so that makes sense. Might have to do a small 300-pound GoFundMe for the music with episode 3, given recent tight funds, but it's fine. Starving artist is cliche for a reason. I wish I didn't have to say that so often, but yes, you are correct. But perhaps some community funding for that project could be in the cards. I would believe it's possible. How are you spinning that pen? Well, Intern Kitty, you have just unlocked today's pen spinning tutorial. Hold the pen between your fingers, wiggle it so it gets to horizontal. Every time you do that, the pen's gonna fall down, but that's okay because you're only gonna do it once normally. You get to horizontal, you grab it on the next one, boom, there you are. You put it horizontal, you grab it, boom, there you are. Over the top, under the bottom, top, bottom, bottom. Reverse the direction. You can go the other way. Use your thumb to save it if it gets lost. Practice palm down or palm up so gravity is not such a threat. Honestly, I'm just happy seeing how much I've improved artistically since starting Anomaly. Plus, we need more trans stories, especially now. I'm happy to add to that pile. Just Alice, I agree on both points. Half of the fun of making art is to look back and go, oh my god, I was so cringe and bad back in the day. That is why all of my 10-year-old videos are still up, despite how bad the sound quality or the video quality is. It is so you can see as we improve over time. Rymaton, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a nice orange smoothie on your way past the commissary. I've spoken about Sekiro before. New ask. If the SCP Foundation got a hold of the Mortal Blade, do you think it would be capable of neutralizing SCP-682? Well, that depends on exactly what the Mortal Blade's exact capabilities are. The Mortal Blade is slay the reviving infested monks encountered in the temple, slay Hanbei the Undying, used to slay the headless ape in the second encounter, corpse does not disappear, land death blow and corpse is finished for good. Gallery. What's the lore? Slaying the Undying, and is a twin blade of the Black Mortal Blade, Kaimon. His true name is Gracious Gift of Tears. That's not a lot of intel into the magic of this. Oh, okay, here's a power scaler. Here comes the crazy. Mortal Blade is an absurdly powerful weapon, both in and out of Sekiro's universe. It has the unique ability of slaying immortals. But just what are the specifics of how the powers of the Mortal Blades function? Okay, so, based on this alone, I'm going to say the answer, it severs several versions of immortality. The guardian ape is ageless due to being infested and outliving his bride. The wolf can de-age itself upon being enfeebled if it waits long enough. The blade can permanently kill them both, so if you're capable of slaying those who have ageless immortal, being unable to die by aging. It can kill those with granted immortality. Biological immortality. Blade prevents regeneration and healing factors. That is the big question here. Though this doesn't mean the wound will never close, as the bleeding does stop in both cases the blade pierces its skin, so it's likely the wound can heal and close. But the blade prevents regeneration healing factors. It may even be able to harm those who are biologically invincible, but due to the way Kuro's invincibility is described, maybe not. So, by all accounts, this should be able to kill 682 in a basic level, but the problem is 682 does not just exist on a biological basic level. It also exists on a conceptual level as the avatar of a being outside of our universe, out of our pataphysical narrative level even. So remember that when 682 was completely erased from reality, it just popped into existence. So with that being the case, it could probably slay 682, but then 682 would reappear, the same way it has with reality-bending bullshittery. You're saying it could harm an immortal dragon in a timeless dimension. True, but 682 is not the immortal dragon in a timeless dimension. It is the avatar of that dragon in our universe. Your blade wielder would have to go to the proper universe to even have a chance of using said blade on such thing. And that's if it works outside of its own universe, as many anomalies don't because the laws of physics are different. I am still going toward probably not. Because the other thing is, if that blade comes near it, 682 is just going to stay the hell away from you. It will not let it get self get slashed if possible. It is, remember, its ability is defense, adaptation, and getting the hell away from things that can immortally kill it. Wow. Lots of questions in the chat today. Lots of questions in the chat today. Let me double check this, make sure this is clear. This is clear. Puppet Boy, thank you for your first donation. Donating again, I don't remember. But grab yourself a piece of pie on your way past the commissary. Control the marks, control the universe, control the marks, control the universe, the marks must flow. Nyet. We are trying to stop the Markipocalypse. Stop it. Stop it. Dr. Sherman, I'm afraid you summoned the Dutch SCP Foundation by duetting my friend Dr. Celine. And also I know basic mechanics stuff and can fix the broken... The heater is not a welding scenario. Furthermore, yes, summon the Dutch SCP department and all of them. We need all hands on deck for this Markipocalypse. I'm a rookie to this. What do I do and what is the point of this? Intern Azomondius. First of all, your first priority is to make sure you are well versed on the inner workings of the SCP Foundation. What that means is researching the SCP Wiki and its documents. Perhaps you will find the cure for our current apocalypse. Secondarily, you can ask me questions. I'm your site director. I'm here to answer those questions as needed. If we can figure out how to avert this Markipocalypse, I would be very pleased. So please, let's look at more SCPs and stuff. The first rule of containment procedures is to have fun. Synthetic alien, while I appreciate you are here, Synth, it is not the first rule. The first rule is containing the damn anomaly. You should recruit Jacksepticeye. He is the natural enemy to the Markipliers. They should cancel each other out. Well, someone in the Emerald Isles should get on that then. Do I have fun as I contain it? Well, considering that is our mission statement and raison d'etre, I would suggest yes, you may have fun while containing it. Dr. Sherman, let me out. I can still save Dr. Light. She was taken by the Markipliers. Trust me, Sophia Light can fend for herself. If she got taken by the Markipliers, she's doing this for a reason. We trust Sophia Light in this house. The Site-42 is pricing hard to embroider. Wish me luck while I attempt to. I have no idea what that sentence means. Pricing hard to embroider? You've got me confused. Guys, right now on this channel for Mobile Task Force Captain members and above, we have now two early access videos. One of them features our very own Synth, making a big debut on the channel, bringing us some more SCP content. It's a team up of the century. So you can see that now early if you are a member. Otherwise, watch it when it comes out. King of ADHD, thank you for your 8 months membership as a level 1 researcher. We appreciate your membership and service. Grab yourself a cupcake on your way past the commissary. What is your favorite anomaly to interact with? Right now I'm going to say any anomaly that's not the Markiplier Horde. All of them are well contained and fine. This one isn't, and it's annoying me. Why not level 1 researchers? Dr. Frogman, the Patreon has a $1 tier that allows early access. But the thing is, that's the only thing the Patreon has. So to make it fair to the Patreon patrons compared to the YouTube memberships, which your first tier has the green name, no slow mode, emojis, badge, all that. The second tier is where you get the early access on YouTube, just to make it fair to the Patreon patrons. Trying to balance it all out. It's tricky. My chat seems to have frozen here, which isn't good for answering questions. Okay, it is still it's still active here. So yes, let me try something real quick. Can I refresh this chat so it works? Okay, it looks like we are back in action. Good to know, good to know. Can't answer questions if I can't see the questions. What is the Cuddle Monster? Is he some sort of slime monster, or what is he? Well, first of all, Intern Dieter. SCP-999 is the designation that is known as the Tickle Monster. And that entity is a 2 meter by 1 meter orange slime. It's about the size of a couch. And so, SCP-999's documentation has the intel you would want. Am I paid for this, and why is my friend Reaper talking about SCP-999? Well, Asmodeus, yes, of course, if you work for the SCP Foundation, you are paid. But of course, we can't normally go into public, so what we do with our funding is somewhat limited. But we have great on-site dining opportunities and stuff. Welp, he isn't going to get the answer to what I was trying to type because it got lost in the chat. Damn. You wouldn't know this on your end, B-Librarian, but I can come in and see a history of everything you've said over the course of your career here at Site-42. It is useful in moderation purposes. So I have your logs. Watch out. The Site-42 logo is proving hard to embroider with a sewing machine. I see. The typos. Well, good luck with your embroidery. I look forward to seeing what you've put together. That's horrifying. I dislike being perceived. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Desk can see your chat histories, too. Darkiplier solos the dog. Well, Intern Void, yes. Darkiplier is more than capable of harming dogs, and kicking puppies is the villain raison d'etre, so yes, obviously. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Mm-hmm. Doc, can I get access to the Thaumaturgical Division's library to do some research? Is it research to stop the Markiplier horde? Because then yes, anything at this point. Are Waffle Houses some form of safe haven? Are you kidding? I don't think there's anything safe about a Waffle House at all. They are hubs of chaos. I mean, that might give you the opportunity to be protected among the mass of chaotic things going on there, but I wouldn't exactly call that safe. Intern Usray. Jesus loves you, but the question is, which Jesus? We have 5 Gzi in containment right now here at the SCP Foundation. We have Bread Jesus, SCP-3305. We have Uber Driver Jesus, SCP-029-J. We have Cockblock Jesus, SCP-4477. We have Vor Jesus, SCP-5991. And we have Milk Jesus, i.e. Cheesus, SCP-6542. We are lousy with Gzi. And so the question is, which Jesus loves me? Because honestly, I don't really want love from any of them. But I would take some bro friendship with Uber Driver Jesus. That one's chill. Also, crazy coincidence that we have frickin' 5 Gzi and 5 Santa Clauses in containment? What are the odds that we have the same number of each? I clicked for the Markiplier Horde tag. Well, Intern Herring, we are trying to hold back the Markiplier Horde, but unfortunately, the entities are spreading and spreading and spreading. Thankfully, we have still got them trapped within the borders of the United States, but the United States of America is essentially lost. If you look at the map here, you will see that the most of the greater United States has been lost. But at least we are able to hold the border, and Canada and Mexico are safe for now. But unless we find a solution to this problem, we will be overrun soon. We don't want to freak out the general public, but this is getting dire. Oh, there is also Sophia Light, aka Woman Dr. Jesus. Yes, but Dr. Light is not contained, so does not qualify as an SCP Jesus. Dr. Sherman, should transdimensional studies start working on universal evacuation plan for if the Horde gets out? Yes. Yes, we need backup. We either need them to bring us backup or they need an escape route on hand. We could also consider an SCP-2000 scenario once everything dies down over here once we get back. How did even Are We Cool Yet start to exist? Like, when did you see or get information about them? Interns Lacto. Are We Cool Yet as a group of interest leaves calling cards on the anomalies they make. So it's quite simple to realize, oh, this is an art piece that killed a bunch of people. Also, they left their name on it. So, yeah, it was pretty easy to figure out when Are We Cool Yet started. Did we ever turn all of the wizards back into cats, or are some cat wizards still out there? Junior Researcher HLG, to my knowledge, we have cleaned up those 700 million wizards. But, you know, there might be one on a remote island somewhere not bothering anybody that we don't know about yet. I need to know the logistics of what exactly the Markipliers are doing and trying to accomplish. Well, they're not talking, Bismuth. They're just screaming. Ah! Ah, boo! Ah, boo! And running around. The idea of chilling in your house and hearing, "Hello, everybody," from like 100 marks is both hilarious and horrifying. Yeah, you don't want to hear that from behind your couch while you are watching TV, that's for sure. I am wonderfully confused right now. Well, intern citrus crustacean. The situation is quite simple. I, Dr. Sherman from Site 42 of the SCP Foundation, am here to answer your staff member questions about the inner workings of the Foundation, or for updates on the Markiplier horde that has taken over America and may spread to worldwide if we can't hold it at bay. Hey, Dr. Sherman, nice hoodie. Purple pink looks good on you, not gonna lie. Well, thank you, Dr. Moonston. This is a cloak-branded hoodie that I procured a while back. It is helping me to get in the mindset of the marks. That way, maybe I can think one step ahead, and we can figure out how to keep them contained. You know, Doc, I'm actually kind of happy there's at least one YouTube, this one, Site 42, about SCPs, because I didn't find a better one. Well, intern Gabriella, first of all, welcome to Site 42. I'm happy to provide the service of SCP Foundation content on YouTube. You can also check out friends of the channel, Dr. Sumerian, Radiger, The Volgan, Mr. Illustrated, for some standard edition SCP YouTubers who we like and work with. You can check out Keter Labs and Andrea Joshua Asnikar and Dark Math Films for live-action SCP short films, planning to build feature films and series in the future. You can check out Voidy Arts and Just Alice for SCP animated shows we're working with, as well as Some Studios, SOEM Studios. They spell some wrong, it's a whole thing. I really need to build up a database of just SCP content creators who are fellows that I can send you guys to on a moment's notice. Have to build a website for that. Sponsored by... No. Are we sure that SCP Amy is contained? I'm hearing chatter from my sources that this anomaly may be assisting with the efforts to spread this infection. No, I'm sure we contained that anomaly. I'm sure that if I pull up its containment cell, well, I was sure that I wouldn't find a empty containment cell, but here we are. My day just keeps getting better. What? Did the marks just rapture it out of there? What incarnation? Dr. Sherman, are you aware SCP-999 is one of the Sons of the Scarlet King? Intern Zim, that is just a theory. An SCP theory. Thanks for watching. That is just something that is a rumor around the Foundation. We don't know if it's true. We haven't proven anything, so... I mean, maybe? I don't know. Hey, Dr. Sherman, we had trans-dimensional studies. Found some good temporary escape universes. I'll send them your way for review. That's good to know. We might need to bail on this planet, possibly run a full-scale incineration, and then re-terraform and activate SCP-2000. Did you try to catch the members of Are We Cool yet? They left a card. Did you try to catch them, or is it not possible? Zlatko, we have talked to some of the anartists from Are We Cool Yet in the past. We have, I believe, contained some of them. You would have to look into the Are We Cool Yet section of the database to confirm that, of course. Y'all aren't containing me alive, bruh. Bye-bye. Intern mailing, right now we're not worried about small fries. The entire United States has been swamped by Markipliers. One thing at a time, okay? We have bigger fish to fry. Doctor, I found it. Markipliers are scared of mannequins. Is that true? Are the Markipliers afraid of mannequins? We could use that. We could certainly get some mannequins on the borders to help fortify things. Get the mannequins started. I don't even need a response. Anything right now is a positive. I swear to God, if the Markipliers are led by Markiplier Jesus, don't even put that into the universe right now. I cannot handle another G's eye on top of this scenario. Can I test with the spam genie for no particular Markiplier reason? That seems a seemingly specific denial, Junior Researcher HLG. Test request denied. What happens if you put SCP-500 into 914 on example very fine or coarse or something? Intern Mernidi. We have already tested SCP-500 instances with SCP-914. And if I go into the test log, I know for a fact that one of them created SCP-427, the Lovecraftian Locket. I believe that will be on page 1 of the test log, so I can check it nice and quickly. It was on fine when we got SCP-427, the Lovecraftian Locket. We did not test more than 1 pill because of our limited supply. Notorious Gaming, thank you for donating again. To say, pretty sure I just saw another 2 Markipliers in the UK. You better not have. Get me photographic evidence. Get me video. Get me something. Get me eyes on the situation. They can't be in the UK already. That's not possible. Have you ever tried duplicating one of the SCP-500s using 038, whichever one is the everything tree? I'm 90% sure we tried that. SCP database. It has been noted that SCP-038 is able to clone SCP-500. However, such pills only work 30% of the time, with the chance of successful healing dropping as time since cloned increases. In 60% of the cases where the infection is permanent, symptoms of infection remain, though further infection is neutralized. So, the answer is we have tried, and it didn't work very well. I'm getting SCP stuff for Christmas, yippee. Congratulations, SCP-049. Supporting our SCP merch makers is a worthy cause. Plus, you get swag. Have you tried using SCP-049 on the Markipliers, Dr. Sherman? Intern Dominic, we know that SCP-049 could end the biological processes of anything it touches, but it also then turns those things into zombies. So we're already having a horde-based anomaly. I don't need it to be a more infectious horde-based anomaly. Dr. Sherman, update from Site 89 in Poland. As for now, the Marks took Warsaw. We need help. Please beg for help. We have lost Warsaw. This is not a joke. We need help. Please send help. Please send help, please. What are you... That can't be right. Da-da-da-da. You must be in another universe, unfortunately, because I do not have anything in Poland right now active on the map. The breach is still contained to the United States. So at least for now, you are either getting something wrong or in a universe where I can't help you. But I hope for the best for you and yours. And tell us how you did. Maybe your sacrifice can lead to our success. Who is ferrying them across the sea? Right now, we have no confirmed reports from outside of the United States. And right now, we can only go off the information we have. So if more information comes in, that changes things. But for now, the barriers hold to the inside of the United States. I'm in the USA. What? Well, Zeth Creations, I am sorry to be the one to inform you of this, but as of right now, the mark map is pretty plain. We are doing our best to keep the Markipliers within the United States borders, and the borders are holding. We are reinforcing those borders with mannequins, as the Markipliers seem to have a irrational fear of them that maybe we can use to our advantage. But the marks are spreading within the United States, so stay indoors. All right, I had to refresh the browser. Something was wrong here. Yes, Junior Researcher Sally, his desk has made you aware. This is a cloak-branded hoodie for the purposes of getting into the mindset of the marks, so I can think of ways to help control this. Woes come. Thank you for your 1-month member message as a level 1 researcher here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Grab yourself a quiche on your way past the commissary. Just woke up. What's happening? How long was I asleep? I don't know how long you were out. I'm not your mother. I'm not keeping track of your sleep schedule. Right now, we are in the middle of a massive nationwide containment breach threatening to go worldwide. So maybe get your uniform on and get all hands on deck. No way, something actually good. Intern user, glad to have you aboard for our SCP Foundation Containment Breach content. It is... I do not watch enough shorts to know how much slop is on here, but I'm glad to be one of the not slops. Hey, Dr. Sherman, I found a cloaked figure on a speedboat with 2 marks we're attempting to chase now. Huh. Well, yes, lethal force absolutely is authorized in this case. We will not let them off of the United States boundaries. How do I work here? And I was informed about this. Are you within the United States, or are you in a international branch? The international branches are providing support, but are not on all hands the way the American branches are. Use the Nerf gun. I forgot what it's called. Intern glitch trap. The problem with the nerfing gun, which, while effective, it only has 1 dart that it works with. It doesn't work with any Nerf dart. So you would have to get that dart back and reload it to reuse it. And in a battle setting, that is just not effective. Can we lure them into the IKEA? Well, Intern Smythe, what do you have that we can lure them with? And also, that's supposing that the entrance to the Infinite IKEA is in America. But IKEA is a worldwide franchise, and there's only 1 entrance into the Infinite IKEA. If it's outside of United States boundaries, that gives us a secondary difficulty in luring the marks there. Isn't 3008 in Thailand or something? See, that's the thing. It's redacted in the database entry. So we don't actually know where the door is. Well, you don't know where the door is. I know where the door is. But I'm just saying, don't get your hopes up. I found a couple of Markipliers in Canada. You did not. You did not. Do not scare me like that. Yeah, I need photographic evidence. I need video. I need proof. Because right now, if they're outside the boundaries, we have a lot more to do. Is the Markiplier situation infectious? Asking for a friend. Oh, I'm sorry to say, Purdue, that your friend is a goner. Perhaps a quicker, calmer death might be in mind than all that running around and screaming. Redfail Hawk, thank you for your 2-month membership as a level 1 researcher here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Grab yourself a cinnamon roll on your way past the commissary. Guam is breached. Well, Guam is technically within United States boundaries, so we haven't lost yet. They're still in United States boundaries. Show the marks a pic of 096. Well, it would have to be all of them because individual ones would not hive mind to the rest. Well, that depends on the hive mind that they are. We're not exactly sure what hive mind they are. They're kind of dangerous. We haven't been able to run a full test. But if they are a linked hive mind, perhaps that would be a way. But there's only one way to find out. Although we don't want to let 096 out willy-nilly, so we have to be careful with that. Might I suggest using Chica the dog to lure the marks into the IKEA? Well, would the Chica the dog go to the marks instead? Would that be useful, or would the dog follow the marks rather than the marks follow the dog? Intern Alsman, pics or it didn't happen. If there are Markipliers in the UK, give me photographic evidence. Right now, we're handling what we believe is landlocked to the United States of America. If they've gotten out, we need to know, but we need proof of that before we divert resources. Researcher Dandy's World. It is a strawberry banana smoothie. It is breakfast. Notorious Gaming, thank you for donating again. What about SCP-7? Tonight? -J. To scare them away. While that thing is horrible, the worst, there is also only one of them. And so we can only hold off one very specific point of interest with that thing. Oh. Redfail Hawk, that thing does not only bother me. Read the database entry again. Be Librarian, thank you for donating again, and thank you for going through the Ko-Fi. Firstly, the embroidery was a success. It's in the Discord server. Secondly, can we please contain the multilingual green owl already? It keeps kidnapping me out of the broadcast for its lessons, and I fear my future safety. Well, first of all, with that thing, that green son of a gun, being all AI-driven, I feel it's going to be less effective in the long run. So you really shouldn't have to worry about it overall. Its abilities are fading at a terrible rate. But furthermore, oh, so you embroidered it on like a pencil bag or something, or like a backpack. I don't know what it is, but there's a 42 logo and it's looking pretty fine. That's some good embroidery. I dig it. I dig it a lot. So much that I accidentally clicked some wrong buttons that I shouldn't have on my computer. Give me just a second. Why isn't this working? There we go. This is just a more zoomed out shot. Coolio. Very nice. Arts and crafts. I'm just heading back to the site. Why are there hundreds of Markipliers getting ferried across the ocean by what looks like a Mark in a captain uniform? Terragal, this is a good opportunity for your dragon thing. Why don't you sink that boat? No survivors. It might be a war crime if the United States does this, but we at the SCP Foundation do a lot of war crimes for the greater good. And so yes, get them. Update on the speedboat guy. We sunk the boat and abducted the cloaked figure. Turns out Mark made a deal with a demon to help spread the infection. The figure was one of the demon underlings. Well, that does not surprise me one bit. Dr. Sherman, you don't only have one SCP-729-J. Oh. There are other universes. I gotta say, I'm disappointed. 05 council member of universe. Listen! Listen, do you know what kind of last-ditch effort it would have to be for me to approve pulling an Avengers Endgame with that thing? Oh. I am perfectly happy to let this world get overrun, burn it, and then re-terraform it and use SCP-2000 to replenish the planet before I let that many of that thing into my universe. Time check, by the way. Dr. Moonston, we are currently an hour and a half into what will be a 2 to 3 hour stream. I'm not exactly sure how long, due to some maintenance that's being done on site that I need to keep an eye on. So, I know we're going to make it 2 hours, but that third hour might get cut off somewhere in the middle. My team just lost number 6. The Markipliers are bringing down defenses in the Canadian border. Woscom, get mannequins. Reinforce the walls with mannequins. Whatever stores are nearby, use that to psychologically deflect the Markipliers for the time being. Also, I severely hope that all of you have been practicing the safety dance. SCP-3688 is part of the Foundation Fitness Initiative, and if performing the dance correctly, then you are fully invincible as long as you continue to perform the dance. And so perhaps if you have practiced your SCP-3688, you will be able to survive once the Markipliers breach. Attention staff, please remember, in the Containment Hazard Assessment team, there is a blue name, a moderator. Anytime the blue name talks, you should pay attention to make sure it's not you that's being addressed. If you broke the rules but you didn't listen to the moderator to find out, that's on you. Low Key, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a crepe on your way past the commissary. Doc, can I use SCP-500? I need the stomach bug to go away. While stomach bugs are terrible and I do sympathize, if you think I can get the O5s to approve an SCP-500, you might be crazy. But how often have you used SCP-427, the Lovecraftian locket? If you're under time, we could use that to speed up the healing process. But we don't want you to turn to a flesh creature, so be sure about how much you've used it before. 369 Destroyer, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a bowl of chili on your way past the commissary. Marks can't resist Takis, tiny boxes, or challenges. Good to know. Maybe we can use those as bait in a manner. I also found a stairwell which seems to have no end. We all know about SCP-087, Intern Gamer. We all know about that one. Now is not the time. Unless you can find a way to bait all the Markipliers down that infinite stairwell so we can deal with them later. Intern Eric, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a grilled cheese on your way past the commissary. Get 4606. He likes to help in his own way. Well, first of all, any anomaly is an it, not a he. Anomalies are objects, not people. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. Second of all, I don't remember 4606 by designation number. Codename Deimos, you say. Class 9 reality-altering polymorphic humanoid entity currently named Dean and was previously known as Deimos, the god of terror in Greek mythology. 4606's true form is unknown as it has assumed various identities, shapes, and forms. A red skinless skeletal humanoid with pinprick eyes and hair, a large dark mass of human arms and legs with multiple bloodshot eyes in the center, an M4 Sherman tank with mutilated nude corpses draped and bleeding across the surface, and a tall winged humanoid with a single large eye on its head. I wonder if 2006 and 4606 have any, well, I would say if they would have any interesting conversations, but we're not going to let them because we don't need 2606 figuring out the things that 4606 knows. No, they're brothers. Well, 4606 is currently uncontained, so there is that, not helping out. Just the Factory, you're correct. The likes are well above the viewers. I've been busy, I haven't noticed. We are currently at 187 likes and 128 viewers. Keep hitting that like button, Mobile Task Force Sci 42, because that is how we bring more viewers into the algorithm. People go, wait a minute, a stream on the Shorts feed that isn't just AI slop or something like that? This is an actual, real, honest-to-God person talking about something they're interested in and with people who are also interested in a way that's engaging and cool and talking about art? What a world! And that's how they become SCP fans, like that. So thank you for your algorithmic duty, Mobile Task Force Sci 42, codename Signal Boosters. I would gladly send some of our SCP-7 to 9-J. Oh no, what? What? No. We have collected from other universes. They shouldn't affect you. An O5 council member of that's... As I said, we'll handle it. We are not Avengers Endgaming those things. Metal Pikachu, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself some, I don't know, some potion on your way past the commissary. Accept our Markiplier overlords. Except they're not overlords. It's a horde. It's a mindless, screaming horde. That is not overlords. That's not direction. That's not order. It's chaos. We can't allow this. Dr. Sherman, they do not like the pizza from SCP-458. How is that possible? The Infinite Pizza Box spawns your favorite pizza. It doesn't matter where it's from, who made it, what toppings, it's your favorite pizza. How can anyone not like 458? That's, unless you just don't like pizza in general. And then, like, what are you? Sorry for the earthquake. SCP Markiplier has the ability to no-clip. They could be using the back rooms that would explain where the Amy entity went. Excuse me? I didn't see that in the documentation. Where is that? How do we know that? Where's the research? And if that were the case, why aren't they using that at the borders of the United States? I mean, we're holding them up with standard armaments, but couldn't they just teleport if that were the case? How is that working? Now that the Markipliers are on the boat taken care of, I'm going to see about helping the Canadian border team. Good work, Terragal. Keep it up. Unless they are lactose intolerant but gluten-free. No. Intern librarian, or sorry, researcher librarian now. They have very solid gluten-free and lactose-free cheeses and crusts now. So the pizza eaters of the gluten-free and lactose-free varieties can enjoy some pizza as well. Wolvesies, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Go ahead and get yourself some soup on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, what would it take for us to do so that you can wear a bold side-to-side mohawk with the same hair colors? What would it take for us to do so that you can wear a bold side-to-side mohawk with same hair colors? Well, first of all, I don't know what a side-to-side mohawk is. What is a side-to-side mohawk? Is that a thing? I don't know what exactly that means, but here's the deal. It's like a mohawk, but sideways. See, Tarleton Fox, that's all I'm thinking. Just a strip of hair going... Brrrr. Long story short, the community engagement that it would take for me to cut my hair in any funny fashion is wild. My hair is fantastic, and I am loath to disrupt it if it were to disrupt my evil and sexy plans. So, hair coloring, we can play with that all day. Mohawk? We're playing a funny game here. We're playing a funny game here. I don't know about that. 10,000 members. Dr. Frogman, I'm not agreeing to that because we already have the 2,500 member goal of dyed hair pink and 5,000 member goal of the maid dress cat maid waifu stream. And we are still under 1,000 members. So, Desk, thank you for sending me a picture of the sideways mohawk. I hate it. I hate that a lot. Statue of Liberty looking motherfucker. The what stream? SCP-049, you should know better than anyone. After my Universe's 049 killed my buddy Raymond Ham, mad with rage, I went across the multiverse, shoving SCP-049 instances from the multiverse into the cat-made waifu dimension. Cat-made waifuing them as a form of humiliation ritual. It was hilarious. Everyone laughed. It was great. But now the stream wants me to apparently get my own maid dress and do a cat-made waifu stream. I don't know why, but this is what you wanted. And if once we get 5,000 members on the Site 42 channel, we'll do that. Oh yeah, I'm still mad about that. How dare you, Dr. Ham was cured. He is a vegetable. You foolish bird-brained beak face. What counts as looking at Peanut as seeing him? It's a statue. It doesn't even have a gender. It is an object, not a person. It's an it's. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. SCP-173 is an it, not a he. Does seeing it through glass activate it? Same for 096, also an it. The answer to your question is looking at them through glass does not matter at all to the process of seeing them. So yes, 173 will still move when you blink, and 096 will still get your ass if you see its face, even through a window. Intern Eric, thank you for donating again to say, saw a few of the Horde get taken by 610, weird. Well, it's not shocking that the other anomalies out there would be fighting back in one way or another. They too want to survive for reasons, so it's not shocking that the flesh would, in fact, any sort of Horde like this is a feeding frenzy for certain anomalies that feed off of humans to multiply. So that is a second layer of trouble, is that every second that we don't have this contained, the flesh that hates and other anomalies like it are getting stronger and stronger. Hey, Dr. Sherman, currently trying to summon the demon Mark made a deal with to get a better spread. Any advice? Dr. Frogman, you need to go to SCP-4357-J's containment cell. There, you will interface with the cooperative demon who will have all sorts of information on demonic rituals and the like for future reference. Intern Rule, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. But the flesh that hates is in Russia. How do they get to Russia? Junior Researcher HLG, while the initial manifestation of 610 is in Russia, you would be mistaken to think that there aren't patches of it elsewhere. The main documentation lists, of course, Russia as its home source, but pockets here or there have picked up in the SCP-5K. I believe there's experimentation taking place in other countries as well. Is it almost end of stream? Kitty Cat Gamer, we are currently 9 minutes to the earliest end time of stream, but depending on the energy of the chat, I can probably go another 20-30 minutes. It's just a matter of there's some maintenance going on site that I need to be available for, so I might need to leave in a hurry. Sorry for the earthquake. I do believe there's a major problem with my water faucet. The water is crimson red. Well, that's interesting. Perhaps, are you in the United States or outside of the United States? If within, this could be a proximity to Markipliers in your area. And it lends credence to Dr. Frogman's investigation of demonic influence, that the water nearby Markiplier instances would become blood. This is all becoming clearer, actually. Kitty Cat Gamer, thank you for gifting 5 promotions to today's Containment Hazard Assessment team. If you got one of those promotions to member, make sure to thank Kitty Cat Gamer for their generosity. A reminder that not every person who gets a membership is currently in stream. It's gifted randomly based on engagement. So the more you chat and like and things like that on our videos and streams, the more likely you are to get a membership in the future. I know how to make the tree scream, Dr. Sherman. Send SCP-650 after it. I know, my intern brain is amazing. Intern, somewhat. If that is what I think it is, then I am going to send you personally out hunting for Markipliers. The startling statue. You really think a statue that goes, boo! Is going to make the tree scream? That's it. I'm giving you a handgun. You're on the road to take out the Markipliers. I believe in you. Good luck. Waste my time again. See how it goes. Dr. Myrona, thank you for gifting 5 more promotions to today's Containment Hazard Assessment team. If you got those memberships, make sure to thank Dr. Myrona this time for their generosity. The ranks of the green names continue to grow. The battle of the white names will be victorious for us green names. This is lovely. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time, intern Bunny Font. Unfortunately, this is a big containment breach scenario. We're a little tired and hectic here, but I'm glad you're having fun. Yeesh. Markiplier Horde. Yes, intern Blitz, you must have just gotten here. So, right now, a horde of Markipliers have basically taken over the United States. The Markiplier map is looking very ugly for our success. Now, we have been able to hold them within the United States borders. But if they breach those borders, we could be looking at an Apollyon scenario. But the Foundation is on the case, and we will secure, contain, and protect one way or another. Is Darkiplier among the Horde, though? I haven't gotten any reports of Darkipliers or Wharf Stashes or other iterations of Mark yet, but that doesn't mean they're not out there. The evolutions may soon come into effect. We're not sure. How is the original Markiplier being treated during this fiasco? We have not located the original Markiplier. Agents are on the hunt. If we can find the original Markiplier, perhaps we can reverse this process. Not gonna lie, I get noticed more when role-playing SCP-049 in chat Lamau. Well, that would be due to chat etiquette. You probably say more interesting things that get called out when you are role-playing. So it could be a situation where even out of character, if you're engaging in a way that is fun to bounce off of, you may get noticed more there too. After all, what do you do when you're role-playing? You're playing the game. You're chatting in a way to get responses. And you're making up interesting scenarios. That is the easiest way to get a response. Besides donating, obviously, that is the quickest and most guaranteed way to get a response. I saw a wharf stash. He has a gun. That's not good. The standard Markiplier Horde entities have not been using tools. They've just been running around screaming and flailing. If some of these upgraded entities from evolution learn how to use firearms and other tools, that will be even worse. Dr. Sherman, we summoned the demon, and a mobile task force on site gave it a swirling in the toilet filled with holy water. This shit is so funny, I'll send you the vid later. Okay, that does sound pretty funny, actually. Are the Markipliers threats, and if yes, why? Did you see the map? Did you see how many there are? They are turning people. Soon, there will be no human beings left in the United States who are not Markiplier. This is a chaos situation. It's a good thing we're locked in our bunkers right now, otherwise we'd be in a lot more danger. Plus, yes, it sounds like one has a gun, which clearly makes us a threat. That's correct. You always look so high, it's so funny, high and by. Intern gibberish, I don't know what you're talking about. I am not in any way at a higher elevation right now. I am at my standard elevation. Do we have any precautions for the Markipliers and heavily recruit the USA squirrel population? We do have preparations in effect because we have contact with SCP-3761, codename The War of the Squirrels. So we are well within dealing with the Squirrels of Combat. SCP-3761, The War of the Squirrels. So at least we have people on the inside then. That would actually be beneficial for us. I got bitten by one. Is this the end? Yes, Woscom. You should find a more calm and gentle way to not turn. We're sorry for your loss. This is a joke. Do not kill yourself. We are playing a game. Wow, chat is flying. What if we evacuate people and bring out posters with Shy Guy's face? Well, the risk to our agents, anyone dropping a poster could get got. We can't really direct 096 once it's loose on a breach. It was only worth it to do that during the SCP-5000 scenario because we were basically killing indiscriminately. So using it in this case, it's too risky. The all death could work. Intern Smith, can you control the all death? Can you order it to do anything for us? Because, yeah, while it is of a power, it is also not our friend. It's not in our control. All right. All right. What if we activate, what if we collaborate with every buffet in the United States? If we staff the buffets with survivors and food, could we perhaps feed the Markiplier something that could cause them to have an obstruction that lands them in the hospital? Because that has happened to the initial Markiplier enough, it's possible we could use that as an Achilles heel to disable the Horde. Listen, we gotta do what we gotta do right now, okay? I'm just thinking outside the box. The Amy entity and the Lixian person of interest are both off the map right now. If you have information on their locations, it could prove helpful to abating the scenario. I'm seeing people saying that the entity is weak to alcohol, but my question is, would the entity then willingly ingest alcohol? That is a loose way to find them. Can we use 1689? Well, Smith, I don't know what that is. Bag of holding potatoes. Well, it is infinite potatoes, so it would give us a long list of foodstuffs at least. Potatoes can be projectiles. Listen, while potato cannons are a fun science project, they are not in high enough production for us to use them for warfare. We are now beating the demon with cold iron chairs. This demon is a fraud. It was trying to use this to save its reputation. So, which demon are you talking about there? A demon you were interrogating for information? 4357? The demon that the Markiplier deal was made with? There's many demons here. You need to be specific about which demon you are, Okay, it was the demon Mark, so it's a fraud, then are you saying there was no deal and that this is being caused by something else? That's unfortunate. Dr. Sherman, is it time to give Gerald keys to a car? I'm having a war flashback. I mean, the destructive power there is quite potent. Listen, we use the Dr. Gerald missile only if we have a target we need to reach, and we can put people following the car who would be safe from the onslaught on a path to that source. That would be the only way we should do something like that. Dr. Sherman, I got it. We replace our barricades with ones made of SCP-022-J. No. No! We are not replacing anything with titanium. SCP-022-J is not a super impenetrable super metal. It's not going to help us here. Get it out of your head. Wolvesies, thank you for donating again. How would we administer enough amnestics for the whole U.S. population? Listen, we were able to get out of danger when every cat on Earth turned into wizards. So we'll find a way. Remember, 022-J is only a -J if you're a non-believer. Crimson! No! No! SCP-022-J is a problem for everyone. It's a problem for the non-believers who have to deal with you knucklehead believers all day, putting things in titanium boxes that can easily get out of titanium boxes because it's not that strong. Researcher Last, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself some Cheez-Its at the commissary. Dr. Sherman, is it time to give Gerald keys to a car? I did already answer this. I think you must have missed it. But due to the localized nature of a Dr. Gerald, a wild ride, I believe what we should do is wait until we have a target that we need to make a path to, and then have a battalion follow far enough behind to avoid the onslaught, while Dr. Gerald clears the path, so to speak. Database. SCP-2747. The Overseers have not approved your interference in this scenario. The risk of a pataphysical event is too high. We've got this. Dr. Jeff says he's going to play Doom on SCP-3636 and doesn't care if anyone says it isn't a good idea. It's already been done, and it is banned. It is on the ban list. We saw what happened. Cleanup took forever. So many demon guts. Stop. Time to disappear and become a mark. Well, marker, you're only losing one syllable there, 2 letters. But no, it is not. It is not, in fact, time to give up and become marks. It is time to stay alive. Also, I do believe we are in the last 15 minutes of stream, everyone. 15 minutes. He said something about Doom Eternal not being on the banned list. And I said he is not on the living list if he does that. How is it at the site, though? Everything under control? Well, besides the fact that the heating's still out, we're working on it. Yes, at least the marks have not breached our hulls yet. Dr. Sherman, I've got a call, and the marks in the west have been partly neutralized, and we have We have they real mark. I guess you mean the real mark. No, refresh that. I was finishing that message. I need this intel. Damn it. Crap. Chat refresh. Now I can't see what I was talking about. Do you think if you stare long enough into the void, it will stare back? Intern Valvados, that is Void 101. Did you miss class? Of course. Markipliers have been observed to have a propensity for the use of boar spears. Is it possible that the admiration of the user could stun them while they are neutralized? I think... So do you think if we arm our troops with boar spears, that the Markipliers would ooh and ah until they were then neutralized because they were distracted? Is that what you're saying? Dr. Sherman just let out SCP-457 on a walk, and the site will be as warm as a sunny summer day. Intern somewhat. 457 is not exactly a cooperative flame entity. So no. SCP-2747, I already told you, the Overseers will not let you engage in pataphysical shenaniganery on our watch. So I have to turn down your offer. Cypher, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a brownie on your way past the commissary. I did it. I made the tree scream. Open up tree to find a Bluetooth speaker. That's not right. That's not okay. Three weeks bathroom cleanup duty for your prank. How did I get here? Intern Olive. It seems you have just woken up from an amnestics dose, which makes sense. We have to forget the horrors we've seen all the time. But you're in the SCP Foundation, Site 42 to be exact. You were almost in trouble there, but we got you out. We've amnesticized you from the mimetic hazard. And now you just need to relearn all of your information so you can be an effective employee again. So welcome back to staff. Good to see you up and running. Hey, Dr. Sherman, can't you just request some warm clothes or something? Or does the Foundation not have a budget? Do you see the hoodie I'm wearing here under my lab coat? Yes, we have warm clothes, but we're also not in an especially warm place. We are not in an especially warm or cold place, but the temperature fluctuations when you're underground with a cold temperature spike and no heat is not great. The United Nations Global Occult Coalition is attacking the Marks, Doctor. Wait a minute. We don't know if we can turn them back yet. The GOC shouldn't be destroying these anomalies yet. Yes, we're trying to contain them, and yes, it's not going well, but what if we can cure these people? Has the Global Occult Coalition thought of that? Probably not. Oh, sorry, I'm sometimes imperceptive. You're fine, Intern Gray, you're fine. Where did the theory of the screaming tree come from in the first place? Intern Cypher, check out the documentation for SCP-4521. It will explain everything you need to know about the tree that doesn't scream and why it needs to. Intern Artman, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a hoagie on your way past the commissary. How would the Foundation handle the mask? Well, it, most importantly, would stay in a box and no one would wear it. And that would be that. I know how to make flowers scream. Well, yes, flowers, trees, grass, when injured, they scream. That is, we all know that. The problem with SCP-4521, it's the only tree that doesn't scream. That's what makes it anomalous. That's why we have to fix that. What are marks? Intern Minute. When we shorthand marks, that is for Markipliers. There is a Markiplier horde taking over the entirety of America right now. The United States is filled with clones of Markiplier. Thankfully, the Canadian and the Mexican borders are holding, so they are only restricted to the United States. But if they breach to the rest of the nations of the world, I have fear that we will not be able to continue to secure, contain, and protect. At which point we will need to reboot the world, so to speak. By the way, Site 42 staff, we are in the last 5 minutes of stream. Please get your last questions in. For those of you looking for the Site 42 Discord server, there is a Discord server. You must be 18 or older to join it. The same rules as the SCP Wiki itself. Furthermore, you have to be clever enough to find it. We don't just open the door to anybody. You got to find your way there. Now, there are hints, specifically in the outro, which will be taking place in 4 minutes. And so if you want a hint to where the Discord is, you should pay attention to the end of stream soon. I have a theory. How 096 knows you saw its face. It's like when its face is shown, it's like making a hormone or something that you can feel. Well, it's an it, not a he. All anomalies are its, not he's or she's. They are objects, not people. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. Secondly, well, yes, but the question is how, if someone on the other side of the world sees a photograph of 096, what causes that hormone to start pumping? That's the question you got to answer. Fallout fan, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a Nuka-Cola on your way past the commissary. Is there an elf on the shelf in the Foundation? I assume you mean Foundation and not Fountain like you mistyped. But I forgive you because the YouTube Super Chat keyboard is very glitchy. As far as I can tell, it does not seem like the SCP database has an elf on the shelf. Wait a minute. I hate when pages do this. Why is it doing this? Sorry about the earthquake. Come on, open the database so I can figure out what the case here is. Let me in. Let me in. I need the answer. Of course. It seems the only elf on the shelf are references in Tales. Reference in 2 tales. Lawbert celebrates Mary Lude and Experiment Log 914. Ooh. Do we put an elf in the shelf into the Clockworks? We can see what that did at least. Okay. Test 1862 of SCP-914. Input, 1 elf on the shelf doll. Setting, fine. Output, 1 elf on the shelf doll. Its outfit altered to resemble a red lab coat donning the Foundation logo on its breast. Very Dr. Horrible coded at the end of the film. It is capable of becoming animate if not viewed by living humans, although camera footage can capture its movement, and will do so occasionally relocate itself to different areas. At some point, the output obtained J.R. Boneka's clipboard and pen when she was not looking and wrote down the following notes. D81947, incident. Rough handling of outputs tends to respond to spoken protocol with some resistance. Sagging pants. Verdict, naughty. Junior researcher Boneka. Long hair is properly tied back. Verdict, nice. Junior researcher Shion. Undershirt is mildly wrinkled. Verdict, naughty. Intern Scott. Tie secured back using tie clip. Verdict, nice. Junior researcher Evangeline. Pants had a hole. Verdict, naughty. Note, it appears that the doll observes safety violations or precautions made by people in his vicinity and then records them at the request or at the nearest opportunity. Although what it considers to be a safety violation seems to range from somewhat reasonable to nitpicky. Signed, Junior researcher Boneka. All right, so the elf in the shelf is a little catty thing. If you put it in there on fine, that's fine. Intern Game Shy. Yes, this stream is authorized. I am the site director of Site 42. It's authorized because I say it is. And of course, we only broadcast to Foundation staff members. So if you're here and you didn't know you were staff, congratulations on waking up from your amnestics. You get your next mission dossier and get to work. All right, and Site 42 staff, that brings us to the end of our stream. But of course, we will continue to battle the Markiplier Horde and see if we can secure some contained protection around these parts. Furthermore, at the end of stream, as a tradition around these parts, I always tell you guys my favorite SCPs. But of course, I'm not going to tell you my favorite SCPs are the ones I personally wrote. That would be cheating. Narcissism. Can't have that. But if you did want to read the SCPs I wrote, you can go to the Sherm Site 42 Hub and SCP database, or SCP author page on the SCP Wiki. There you can see the SCPs I personally wrote, as well as contributed voice lines or sound effects to. And while you're on my author page, there are, one tab over from the SCP, some links. Some links people very often ask about. They're very curious, but they can't seem to find their way there. It's so sad for them that they can't find those links. But that's not you guys, Mobile Task Force Psi-42. You guys are intrepid, determined, clever, and so you'll find the links. And while you are there, you can become a Psi-42 Patreon patron or YouTube channel member, or you can do Ko-Fi donations or Super Chats. That is how you can donate to us either monthly or one at a time. And either way, direct donations are the easiest way to keep Site42 afloat, so we appreciate you greatly. Furthermore, if you are part of the Broke Gang and you can't donate, don't worry about that. We all get it. But as long as you are here, liking, sharing, subscribing, watching our videos and commenting, watching our streams and chatting, as well as doing the like, share, subscribe mumbo for other SCP projects we support, you are an honored and valued member of Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename the Signal Boosters. It takes people with money, and it takes people to rally attention. No D&D party of SCP marketing is capable without both sides. So as long as you're on one side, the other, or both, you are a hero to Site42 in the greater SCP community as we try to boost the SCP Wiki and its authors, artists, animators, game devs, filmmakers, merch makers, etc. So thank you for your service. Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename Signal Boosters. Kitty Cat Gamer, that is the Containment Hazard Assessment Team. That is what chat is. Now, without further ado, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on that last one. It is a bit of a rough read. Speed round. 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5031-5175-5320-8980. Content warning on the last one. It's a rough read. Site-42 staff. This has been Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director of Site-42 of the SCP Foundation. As always, be safe, be well, secure, contain, protect. I was rocking through the city streets, and a man walks up to me and hands me the latest energy drink. Run faster, jump higher. Man, I'm not gonna let you poison me. I threw it on the ground. You must think I'm a joke. I ain't gonna be a part of your system, man. Pump that garbage in another man's veins. At the farmer's market with my so-called girlfriend, she hands me her cell phone, says it's my dad. Man, this ain't my dad. This is a cell phone. I threw it on the ground. What you think? I'm stupid. I'm not a part of your system. My dad's not a phone. Duh. The credit song is Threw It on the Ground by The Lonely Island. Be safe, be well, Site-42 staff. Secure, contain, protect. Welcome to Mobile Task Force Captainship, Eric. Thank you for joining. And now, be safe, be well, secure, contain, protect.